Hello class and welcome to Computer Applications. I'll be your instructor for this course and my name's Professor Dixon. In our course menu, we'll see the syllabus where you can learn a little bit about me quickly and also scroll down and look at what we'll be covering in computer applications. Essentially, we'll be covering Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. You will need to have Microsoft Office installed on your computer. Again, you'll need Microsoft Office that has Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. As you go through the syllabus, familiarize yourself so you see what our goal and our roadmap for the course is. Now, our course is 6 weeks, so it's very important that you stay on top of our work every single week. You'll need to make sure you take a moment and go through important things like the school policies, the late work policy, the discussion board participation requirements, which are very strict in the sense of you really need to create a quality post, not just 2 or 3 sentences, but you need to really describe, explain, detail. You should always read your post back and read it as if it's the only post on the board and ask yourself, is there information in your post that showcases actual information and content that you've learned? Be sure to review the discussion post requirements. Also, late work policy. Once one of our course weeks ends, that discussion board's locked and we move on to the next week. So you don't want to miss a week of work. Academic dishonesty or plagiarism. We want to make sure that you don't go off on the internet and actually copy anything from a website or a textbook. It's important to always use your own words. I'm not looking for the perfectly defined definition answer. I'm looking to see how you understand the topic and how you would explain it to your cousin or your friend or a relative. As you go through the course, there's a few quick keys for you. So here's the secrets to class. When you click on Course Home, and we actually then view the course announcements, you'll see that there's many different announcements. And what you want to look at is first starting at the welcome announcement, the read first. As you read through that, you'll see I highlighted some areas in yellow because you do need to send me an email acknowledgement. Additionally, the key to our class is every week look for that particular week announcement. So for example, in week 1, look at the week 1 announcement. This will be your complete roadmap and give you an overview of everything that needs to be completed that week. You'll even see an assignment video that I personally created and recorded, and I loaded it to YouTube so it's easily viewable and accessible to students on any device, whether it's a smartphone, an iPad, an iPod, or a Mac or a PC computer. So you can always view these quick short videos to walk through the assignments. You'll also be able to see the grading rubric, so what you will be assessed and graded on. You'll want to always use this as your checklist. It's 120 points on an individual assignment, so you definitely want to look through your work before just loading it to Dropbox. Discussion board post, you want to take a moment and read through that. But let's talk about an important topic of our discussion board post. In the discussion board area of our class, you will always find a post from me on the board for that week. And it will be week 1 or week 2 or week 3, and we'll say, read first, follow me. You always need to read this post for your initial discussion question. And here you see that there are 6 questions here. Essentially, you can copy these, and when you respond, then you can paste in the questions and put your answers after each one of the questions in solid detail. Always think about who, what, where, when, why, and how, and decide how you can add in the real content and information. Every week you'll see these two questions. What did you learn this week, and what source did you learn from? In some cases, you might say, well, I kind of already knew about this concept. That's great. Then you need to still use a source and verify if what you already know or believe to know is actually on track. So you'll always have a source. Your source needs to be specific. Imagine if you were applying for a job and I said, oh, there's a great company hiring. You should go apply. And you might say, Professor Dixon, where could I find the information on that company? You want the source. If I just said google.com or ask.com, that wouldn't provide you to the actual source. Your source needs to be, if you're researching a topic, maybe I am going to Google and I want to research a topic on office productivity software. You might do some research. You want to be careful with Wikipedia. It's okay to browse it, but it's not always guaranteed to be actual accurate information. The other thing you want to also look at is sometimes the dates of things. In this case, it's not too bad, but sometimes things in technology or with applications, there's a big change in 1 or 2 years. So always check the date of your information. The idea is to go through your source, read, learn some information. You'll put it in your own words. And the only thing that you could copy is up here in the web URL. By selecting your web URL, you can then right-click and copy that. But remember, do not copy any content from here. I'm not looking to read somebody else's work in somebody else's words. That'd be plagiarism. We really want to just see how you would stand up before class and explain and present the idea. So every week, make sure that you have the actual source. When you outline what did you learn, be specific. You don't want to just say, oh, I learned what Microsoft Word is used for. You need to be more specific. Give examples. And again, think about who, what, where, when, why, how. Explain. Add some real information. So you need to detail specifically what you learned. That showcases that more than you're just making a comment, but you're explaining it. So always begin with your weekly discussion post by locating and finding my Read First, Follow Me. In this course, you'll see Follow Me posts that I place on the discussion board occasionally throughout a class week. When you see Follow Me, you want to explore those posts. The idea or theme here for our class is follow me and I'll lead you to success. If you have questions or need clarification, select on the email tab at the top of our class website and simply email me and make sure you are clear on things. I'd rather you ask and clarify. Again, our class is only 6 weeks. So you really need to manage your schedule, build an appropriate time each week, and go through and make sure you stay on track. If you miss 1 week, it can really put you behind because, again, the class discussion board is locked. Or if it's a week where we have a quiz, quizzes are locked as well. So in the course home section of our class, you'll want to always look for the weekly announcement, where I will go through everything that we need to review as your complete roadmap to class, right down to even the quiz. So everything's nicely outlined. Confused on something or questions, remember to ask me, but you do want to take the time to read through the weekly announcements for sure each and every week. I look forward to a great 6-week class with you. You'll sometimes even see a flash challenge on the board. I'll explain more about those later, but essentially it's a hands-on way to answer a discussion question or a follow-up post. So when you look on the discussion board, if you see follow me with a flash challenge, you'll maybe want to explore that. It's optional, it's not mandatory, but it's just another way to expand on our skill sets. I look forward to getting started and getting to know each one of you.